find them. Find them and kill them all.
Bullshit.
So here we are with the brand new Medal of Honor. Some would consider the series the best World War II shooters ever made, but somehow we say bonjour to the past, to hell with the future, let's concentrate in the present. As we all know, we still have troops in Iraq and Afghanistan. Some consider it an illegal war, but that's politics, not gaming.
To identify and destroy enemy targets with airstrikes. Then we'll send in the troops to prevent any escape into Pakistan.
Colonel, you're not hearing me, and I want to be very clear on this point. I am giving you 24 hours to get our forces into that valley. 24 hours.
The story of Medal of Honor is a fictional one, but manages to retain a sense of realism. But the story comes across almost the same way Modern Warfare 2 did. Sure, it does have some nice set pieces, but you don't exactly feel for any of the characters, and the story in general is rather bland. The best aspect of the story is the set pieces. They took some care in developing the presentation for us, but we'll get onto the graphics in a minute or two. Unlike perhaps Bad Company 1 or 2, your Tier 1 operatives Deuce and Rabbit do not talk. Instead of a Preston Marlowe who contributes to the story with some personality.
Hey Rabbit, hang in there. We got you. We got you.
We are left with some dumb fuck with an assault rifle. And I think it's fair to say that there is no plot to the story, other than completing objectives and taking set locations. Although there is a twist halfway through the game which may bring a little motivation to play the rest of the game, but the voice acting, although very realistic,
Dusty, cover the door. Roger. Bingo. This looks useful.
sounds like a radio transmission. There is no distinction between characters, and I need subtitles if I'm to understand what and who the f*** is talking. So in general, to say that there is a story for Medal of Honor is cutting it quite fine. So very disappointing overall, and I could question why the game is called Medal of Honor.
Clear.
So this is a standard first-person shooter with some extras. You can lean around corners which may add a little more precision to your spraying, and there's also the addition of the dash ability where you can drop into cover while sprinting. But that's all very well and good. Is there anything else different to perhaps Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2? Yes, your teammates can give you ammo, but that's about it. And with that ammo you'll be reloading the small range of guns, such as the AK-47, the M16, M14, heavy machine gun and shotgun. However, the animations not just around reloading are very well done. The animations and physics to a Taliban once he's been shot or blown up seems very realistic. As I have not shot any Talibans in my time, I don't know how realistic Medal of Honor is, but there is that certain style about blowing a Taliban's head in pieces. Now let's cover the AI. The AI is very standard. If you're not familiar with shooting games, the enemy will pop up behind cover, ready for you to shoot at them. I'm not saying the game is too easy, but it does get a little repetitive. And what became very annoying is that when you want to throw a grenade, a fellow comrade may walk in front of your character and block the grenade you have just launched, resulting in an unfortunate accident where you may lose your arm, head and the mission at hand. Medal of Honor doesn't exactly do anything new. It seems the gameplay takes features from Modern Warfare 2 and Bad Company 2. There are sequences when you have to guide missiles in on the enemy, and another which puts you in a position of a helicopter gunship. This may sound interesting, but it's all been done before. So in total, nothing new is brought to the table. Here we have yet another shooter. When you first look at the graphics of Medal of Honor, it looks good, but once you get down to business and start blowing a few heads, the game loses a little consistency, where some scenes look amazing and the other 10 may look a little worse.
Meters, wind out of the west.
I'm not saying the graphics are that bad, nor am I saying that they're brilliant, but it does have its moments either way. Since you'll be covering behind objects for the majority of the game, I didn't like the fact that you can see inside of your teammate's character model, and the character models in general could be better, although yet again they're not that bad. Now the design consists of desert, mountains and some urban setting areas. The presentation to the combat sequences are fairly decent, and the set pieces once again are very well done, and saves the story section a point. The way the game began was somewhat misleading, as well as the fact that half the game is set in the mountains. The atmosphere was very tense at the beginning of the game, and reminded me of the film called The Hurt Locker. But how very disappointing the game turned out to be. That atmosphere had almost completely vanished, with the exception to the set pieces. So I'm gonna sum up the graphics section with just saying that I appreciate the debris and destroyed buildings, but on the other hand some scenery and most objects look a little bland. Is this Modern Warfare 2 all over again? You decide. Well, the campaign is very short. Yes, I am going to compare the game once again to Modern Warfare 2. It will net you around 5 hours, give or take an hour, but to me it's what I expect of first-person shooters these days.
Sir?
Better to send fresh troops in. I want those SEALs to brief the QRF back in Bagram ASAP.
The ending was very disappointing. I expected it to end in a glorious finale. But no, that's it. It's over. Mission complete. And that's that for the campaign. To be honest, I felt the developers were rather lazy in creating this game. It's just an alternative to other shooters, and doesn't do justice to previous Medal of Honor games. The campaign is for average casual gamers, for people who can't be bothered with story, and just want to shoot some Taliban. Now the online section. I myself played the beta to the game, and sensed that EA had to do something about spawn camping, and had to improve the class system. Have they done it? No, they have not. There are 3 different classes. The Sniper, Rifleman and Special Ops. As you play matches, you'll unlock new weapons and attachments, but the amount of customization is very limited. Snipers make sure the other classes are outclassed, and the vehicles seem rather clunky. There are several different modes such as Team Assault, Hardcore and a Territory Control type. To be honest, nothing new is brought to the table. EA might have created this one for a quick buck.
Good to go. Alright, Tariq.
With all of the brilliant games coming out in the remainder of the year, Medal of Honor should not even be considered worthy of a $50 price tag. However, if you are on the fence for this one, make sure you rent before you buy. Story 6. Hardly any character development and a boring story. Gameplay 7.5. Nothing new is brought to the table, it's just another shooter. Graphics 7.5. Not too bad, but the game's not very consistent. Enjoyment 6. It's all been done before, and Medal of Honor has arrived way too late to a saturated market, and that brings an overall score 7. This has been Jazz for Jazz Reviews. I feel the same way about this game as I did Modern Warfare 2. Personally, without the online, I think these games are extremely overpriced. What do you think? Are you saving your bucks for other great games such as Assassin's Creed Brotherhood? Or perhaps will you pick up a game like Black Ops? Be sure to comment below. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you can be asked. I'll see you next time with Fallout New Vegas.